Hey everybody, 3KO Games here, back with another Empires and Puzzles War video. Thanks for tuning in to our second ever Skyfire War. Yep, the dragons are back once again. I'm recording this after war is finished, so you can see the Alliance won. Hooray! Really close match against this very strong Alliance. Ravens of the North. Hello, Ravens. Good to war against you. It was a nail-biter at the end. They were definitely going to catch up with us, but then we had like these teams left, all these Fergus tanks, and you can see all the zeros and single digits. We got really lucky there at the end. So that's the Alliance result. And now you will see my individual hit results. Not the best war. I didn't have time to record and talk at the same time, so I'll try to do just a little bit of an intro to each battle, and then maybe let some music play. Yep, here we go. First flag, I took my one of my anti-Nautica teams in, basically just with my one owl here. Varus reduces the mana gain that Nautica gives. For some reason, I brought in Siegfried here. I'm not thrilled that I did that, because when you look at his, or when you look at these opponents, in just a second, you'll see there's Mordowich, who's got a chance to bypass, and then we've got Aslar. But the middle three are healers, so to get that big counterattack from Siegfried probably wasn't the smartest move. Yeah, but it was a friendly green board, able to get both Chikau and Varus up to try to do some damage on this team. I'll let the music play from here. Next, I went in with an anti-Bernadette team. Really, my one team that I feel good about playing against Bernadette, because we've got the 2-match Undispellable Taunt with Oniwakamaru, and we have Guardian Gazelle, whose dance can also prevent the rest of the team from turning into paintings. Took my 1 5-star dragons for some blue healing, and all I needed was 2 blue tile matches. There are some blue tiles. There are some yellows. There's match 1. I was sure I was going to be able to get second blue match in here somewhere. Somewhere a second blue match. Come on, one there. No. And you can predict how the rest of this is going to play out. I didn't know whether to go strong yellows or strong purples here, based on a purple tank and 2 yellow flanks, or a flank and a wing. But this is the team I used. I actually didn't even look at troops very well. I believe that Demisha has my purple druid barbarian troop, which was a mistake, but the board looked pretty friendly. So not much more to say about this. I had to use Torben eventually, and got pretty good tiles. Made a mistake here. I should have put Mordowich next to Obacan, because Obacan's counterattack speeds up his flanks. So I'm not sure exactly why I did it that way. I brought Guardian Kong because they have that big Baltair guy out front. I was hoping to just blue reflect him right away. Out of red and purple dragons. So just have a green healing dragon. And there's a green-ish board. It took a little while to get some tiles going here for sure. last flag, kind of a hodgepodge of who I had left. Obviously, some very good heroes in there, but just not strategically put in any real synergy. But went in against a slightly lower team and got some tiles to get me going here.